Hello, everybody. My name is Merc. We're back post Shadow of the Erdtree, post Melania fight, post Malone. I did Google what Miquella's Needle did, and it does, in fact, take you out of the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending. And if you do this, it is irreversible. So we're not going to do this just yet, but it is something to keep in mind. I am glad I Googled it because I probably would have used it otherwise. I also watched back the fight, and although I was pretty upset at the end of it, I felt like I cheesed the fight somehow. I got away with something I shouldn't have. I also did just play pretty well, I will admit. There were some good moments there, and saving the Chug Jug for the second phase was pretty dang important. It definitely came in clutch. So I can't say, you know, I got away with something because I put the work in, you know? And now we're in Black Knife Catacombs. I'm gonna take out some of my rage, gonna get some more root resin because we used a lot in the last hour or so, last few hours. But in particular, there was an item that we missed in here, so I'm just gonna go see if we can get it. There are necromancers in this dungeon, so that's what we're missing here. The good news is, I think that means we have dealt with the hardest challenge in the game, or one of the hardest challenges. Let's say the hardest challenge in the base game. I highly doubt anything else is going to make us anywhere near as tilted as that did. Even the final boss of the game, because Elden Ring was clearly made to be more of an accessible experience. They wanted people to win, to beat the game. So I can almost guarantee that the final boss is going to be a bit of a joke to me. I still don't know what the final boss is, for the record. I have heard some names. Some potential final bosses. So, you may notice I triggered an illusory wall there. This would be a second boss fight in this dungeon. I don't remember what's down here. I'm kind of curious. Right, okay, that led to the lever. So that's the reason why I didn't notice that illusory wall. Don't mind me, crab. Again, I still feel a bit weird about the fight. They definitely intended it. I even looked up her HP value. She has less max HP during phase 2. So it is a situation where if you survive to phase 2, they want you to have a good chance at beating it. They don't want you... For a lot of other boss fights, you do the first phase easy, and then you get to phase 2, and then you have to struggle. You have to learn the new moveset, right? For that fight, it felt like there were only a few new attacks, and it was mostly like a mental barrier that they want you to get past. Because for that, I'm still picking apart what happened at the end of it. This episode is recorded right after the last one. I just got a quick drink, and I'm back into it. But yeah, I was losing my mind because it felt like I only phased her like maybe a dozen times. But apparently, like, you know, that's all you need. You just need to get one good attempt in at the end. Anyway, speaking of good attempt at the end, taking out that Black Knife Assassin rather easily. On my mage character, it was not that easy, I'll say that. So we got a key item here as well, the Black Knife print, and this is actually supposed to be given to Rogier, assuming he's not dead, but he is very much dead in our playthrough. One of the Night of Black Knives... Oh, sorry. On the Night of Black Knives, someone stole a fragment of death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and imbued its power into the assassin's dagger. This mark is evidence of the ritual and hides the truth of the conspiracy. And then we also got the assassin's cerulean dagger, which you may recall I remembered about this when I was swapping around my dagger or my trinkets. I noticed I had the red one, but not the blue one. They have the same lore. I found this on my alt character, so that's why I immediately knew to come back here. Yeah, as mentioned, this fight was a lot harder when you're like level 40, even with a Spirit Ash. I've been using Spirit Ashes on my mage character just to give me a bit more space. And that's been fun. It's been fun using some more mechanics of the game, turns out. So, what does that mean for us now? I felt like there was some... Oh yes, we have to go to her isolated divine tower, which means we have to go to the Great Bridge, the Divine Bridge. I believe I did this on camera. This is one of the random things I did, where you teleport yourself back to Lanedell, the Ashen Capital Divine Bridge, by going to the southernmost Tower of Return here. It'll teleport you up here. There is a fire golem. We're going to ignore this man. There's really no reason for us to fight him again. Also because we like two-shot it. And then we take this warp. I wonder, could we have taken that warp very early? I can't recall if we've been over here when we first encountered this area, when we first accidentally went to the Tower of Return many, many years ago. And by many, I mean 2, I guess, 2.5. We can finally open this door, and we will restore the power to Malenia's Great Rune. I'm hoping that this tower is going to be pretty simple. There's going to be nothing really special about it, unlike Radahn's Great Tower, which you had to like climb up and down. Watching the video back on the Malenia kill did make me feel a decent amount better about the situation, because during the first phase I was like lamenting many things. I was like, oh, I only hit with one hammer, and I was like, oh, like, you know, a bunch of little things were getting on my nerves, and then I somehow turned it around, pieced it together into a real battle. So from here we can see the Bestial Sanctum, where Grank was. We can also see the other towers. We can see the burning Erdtree, of course. As well as the Storm of Farum Azula. And I just want to bring up this item again. You have to go to Farum Azula, where the Dragon Lord Placidusac's fight was. And if you use this, you will change your ending, because right now we are forced into the ending that we got, the Lord of Frenzied Flame. But I'm okay with that, because I kind of want to burn this place to the ground. I'm not going to lie. I felt like I've gone through a lot here, and it might be... It might be... I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for a specific word, but it'll feel good burning this lands between to the ground. The only other interesting, or the ending I'm interested in, and I don't know all the endings, I'm trying to avoid spoilers still, but I know there's an ending involving Ronnie, and I kind of want to see how that goes. Still kind of unsettles me, the whole Farum Azula thing over here. Let's see what this Great Rune does. Attacks recover HP after damage is taken. Oh, this is Bloodborne mode. So if you take some damage, you can trade better. But the blessing of this half-rotted rune reduces the healing power of Flask of Crimson Tears. You can't juice up as easily. And yet, due to the infusion of Malenia's Spirit of Resistance, attacks made immediately after receiving damage will partially recover HP. Melania is the daughter to Queen Marika and Radagon, and her great rune should have been the most sacred of all. I believe Gideon mentioned that Melania and Mikola were twins, but because Melania, or because are both the children of a single god, but it says Queen Marika and Radagon, but now it's saying a single god. What is that supposed to mean? As such, they are both Empyreans, but suffered afflictions from birth. Like, I hate to say it, is there some sort of like incest going on? But that doesn't make sense because Queen Marika and Radagon are two different people. I don't know. I've heard some things, but I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing to back up what I've heard. Basically, the word of the streets on social media that I keep seeing is self-cessed, which is kind of messed up to think about. And I'm not sure I believe it until someone spells it out for me in-game, is what I'll say about that. Because it doesn't really make sense. That's why I want to see what the heck is going on with Radagon's statue. Because apparently it harbors a deep secret, says Muriel. So hopefully we'll get that information coming very soon, because there's not much else to do in this game, it seems like. The only other place we've not been is this dang upper cliff of Liurnia, which we have to take the elevator here from Estelle Natural Born boss fight arena. Actually, let's go, before we do anything, let's go to round table. And let's fully upgrade this weapon that I'm using, because we did that fight without a fully upgraded weapon, which seems pretty ridiculous, if I do say so. Gideon is still gone. We've not seen him at all since the round table has been burnt. I just want to see what we got going on here. We have 17 of those. Let's buy some of these. Let's buy more of these. More of those. We have tons of those. I kind of just want to buy enough so we can upgrade 2 weapons if we really want to. How do I math? Like this? Yeah, like that. You need 24 of each to clear each tier of smithing stone. And again, I'm not going to level until we get 1 million runes, and that may never happen. And that's okay with me. I'm at level 169. Let's talk to this lady. Nothing new for Roderica. Nothing new from the smithing master. Ancient dragon smithing stone. We have 8, so definitely upgrade that. We also have 6 sombers, which is kind of crazy. We can fully upgrade the rotten battle hammer now as well. Might as well upgrade both these, even though we're not necessarily using them. The rotten great axe is interesting, but it scales with dex, so it's not really what we're looking for. And I guess we can upgrade the staff and the avatar too. Is there anything else? I feel like there's a couple more items we could upgrade. Yeah, the bow can be fully upgraded. And we can upgrade the shield, but there's really no point in that. Let's also sort the chest real quick. Apologies that I'm doing some minor errands while on camera here, but let's get rid of these. And then let's go to the finger reader up here. Let's trade off this weapon of this remembrance. She has a Hand of Melania katana, With the waterfowl dance skill, perform a series of one-footed leaps in the manner of a waterfowl to unleash a swift yet graceful slashing combo. Again, I only know about the name of waterfowl dance because people be talking, you know? Blade built into Melania's prosthetic arm. Through consecration, it is resistant to rot. Melania's war prosthesis symbolized her victories. Some claim to have seen wings when the weapon was raised aloft. Wings of fierce determination that have not known defeat until now. It also deals blood loss damage, which I'm glad I did not have to deal with in that fight. And then we also have Scarlet Aeonia. I guess Aeonia is the plant that we've seen. A technique of Melania, the goddess of rot. It's not a spell, it's a technique, apparently. Creates a gigantic flower that blooms into an explosion of scarlet rot. Each time the scarlet flower blooms, Melania's rot advances. It has bloomed twice already. With the third bloom, she will become a true goddess. So I guess the third bloom was during the battle. Does that mean we can find another Aeonia around? Because there's the one in the room that we saw. I'm curious. One thing is for sure, I am cloning this remembrance because I'm not sure I want to do this fight ever again. And if we clone it, then that means we can get both items. We also have Melania's winged helm, made of unalloyed gold, worn by Melania. Melania awaited Mikola at the foot of the husk. My brother will keep his promise. He possesses the wisdom, the allure of a god. He is the most fearsome Empyrean of them all. Check out the rest of her equipment first. Nothing new there. We have her greaves. And then we also have this other set of Loretta. Silver Helm of Loretta, a knight who served Mikola's Erdtree. Loretta, once a royal Carian knight, went on a journey in search of a haven for Halbenorcs and determined that the Erdtree was their best chance for eventual salvation. You don't even see any Halbenorcs in the Erdtree, so they didn't really make it there, but they did make it to the town in front of it. Her lapis lazuli blue cape is the emblem of the knightly pride that continues to guide her. Okay. I'm going to keep in mind that we are going to use Remembrance on one of the mausoleums, but for now, let's go back to Lanedell, the capital of Ash, the Ashen capital. And let's actually see some story progression, because that whole Erdtree thing was pretty much just a diversion. It was entirely optional. And this place is unquestionably the way to go. So let's go. Okay. It doesn't look like they want us going up those stairs. I don't remember where the elevator was, clearly. I am feeling pretty good about the overall progression of Elden Ring. I wanted to finish this game by the end of this weekend. It is still Saturday and Monday's a holiday, so I think there's a decent chance that I can, especially with Melania dead. The problem is going to be the DLC final boss, for sure. We already spent 3 hours fighting him, and we didn't see a whole lot of progression during phase 2. But that fight is kind of like the opposite of Melania, because I can somewhat consistently get to phase 2. It's phase 2 where everything crumbles, where you have to learn a whole new moveset, you have to deal with a bunch of particle effects, new attacks, and janky hitboxes. Oh, we found Mr. Gideon Ofnir now. I had a feeling he would be here. Where else would he be? I'm so unbothered by Gideon, it doesn't even matter to me. I recognize we don't have our spells anymore, but that's fine. Or most of our spells, I should say. This man's unquestionably gonna challenge me to become the Elden Lord or not, so let's kill him.
I knew you'd come.
Yeah, same, bud.
Stand before the Elden Ring to become Elden Lord.
Yeah.
What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle. Unto eternity.
I actually made him bleed there.
In my bones, a tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you.
Okay.
A man cannot kill a god.
I already did. I already did, bud. You're too late. He mentioned that Marika specifically wants this age of the Tarnished to never continue, never prosper. Her full intention is for the Tarnished to never make it to becoming an Elden Lord, and Gideon was working under her to make that happen. I should have maybe let him live for a little bit longer, just to see if he had anything new to say, or anything else to say, I should say. But honestly, I'm sick of his crap. I've been sick of his crap for quite a while now, so that's over with. Let's see what his Scepter of the All-Knowing does. It's a hammer. It's got an ability, Knowledge Above All. Raise the scepter to manifest the realm of the All-Knowing. Enemy magic and holy damage negation will be reduced within the area, including the caster. Well, that sucks for you, bud. This is a scepter in the form of a hand grasping a pearl, signature weapon of Sir Gideon, off near the All-Knowing. The pearl stands for the world, the heavens, and an eye, representing the many forms of knowledge, never fully attainable. Even knowing that, the All-Knowing's hand grasps for it. Okay. We also got the All-Knowing helm. Helm set with countless eyes and ears. I didn't even notice that his beard was ears and his crown was eyes. That's pretty interesting. That's a cool design. Knowledge begins with the recognition of one's ignorance. True that. The realization that the search for knowledge is unending. But when Gideon glimpsed into the will of Queen Marika, he shuddered in fear. At the end that should not be. With the same lore. More eyes and ears on the legs. And gauntlets. As well as the chest piece, of course. At the end that should not be. So did he see the Frenzied Flame ending or Ronnie's ending perhaps? Because both of those very much go against Queen Marika's order. The Frenzied Flame is quite literally the end to all order. It is the embodiment of chaos. And Ronnie's ending seems to be forming a new set of, or a new sense of order that is kind of foreign to Marika and the Golden Order, it seems. Is there anything down here? I feel like if there was something down here, I might have got it already. Yeah. Seek order. Is he pointing at the... Nope. I thought he'd be pointing where Gold Mask was. I think Ronnie's ending's probably the most interesting because I kind of have a good idea as to what the Lord of the Frenzied Flame ending is. We're kind of gonna, you know, burst the ending or burst the world into flames and eventually force a new universe to be formed eventually. It's like the opposite of the Big Bang. The Big Shrink? What do they call it? I can't remember now. Let's memorize more spells again now that we aren't doing boss rushes, essentially. I mean, we probably are going to be doing more boss rushes, I'm not going to lie, but... What was our final spell? Oh, it was Assassin Approach. Wait, what is this? Shadow Bait. Okay, yeah, this is for creates a pale gold shadow before the caster, luring foes of human build. It is said that those beguiled by the shadow see within it a hated foe. Weak foe ahead indeed. We are almost at the foot of the burning Erdtree. Let's ensure that it continues to burn, shall we? I don't know if this ghost is new. He has returned, the Lord has returned at long last. Our very first Lord to brandish the Elden ring once more. Is he referring to Godfrey? Are we gonna go fight Godfrey for reals this time? Wait, is this a thing? Okay, stop. This would be weird, but... Is it this one? I am embracing the rapture, as mentioned a few times now. Well, that does seem to be the exact same animation. Whatever. I kind of fear that there's going to be like a whole dungeon down here. I guess it would be on the map if so, though, because we have that map piece. Try detour. I don't know if that's what I want to be doing. I don't think there's any reason to do it anyway. I feel like I explored this already. Yeah, there was that item up there. We already got it. I want to make some progression happen, you know? Are you ready? Oh, are you ready? But praise Octopus? We got some more finger reader crones dead along the path. It reminds me of Dark Souls 3. There were those, I can't remember what they're called, but they were like, they actually played a similar role to the finger readers. It feels like they were like little prophets almost. All right, we're back in Queen Marika's bedchamber. We need to activate the Site of Grace again. I kind of want to use the Miquella's Needle just so I can talk to Melina again. Where is it? There it is. Also, Miquella crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Is it implying that the Flame of Frenzy is an outer god? Does he know that the two fingers are also from an outer god? Because Meter, the mother of fingers, is definitely an outer god. I was gonna say, can we go down here? There's like no reason to do so, but you can. Just saw someone else jumping up here and I was like, I want to jump too. Let's see what this item is on her bed. The Erdtree Heal. Quickly sit down. I just wanted to see if there's anything there. Of course, Melina wasn't going to talk to us again. The Erdtree Heal vastly heals HP for self and nearby allies. Requires 42 faith. One of the ancient Erdtree incantations. The Erdtree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment, such as the course of all life. Ain't that true? And now I'm gonna make all life fleeting as well, because I'm gonna go burn it all to the ground. because I'm a little upset. Got a gold fog wall, aka another boss right here, right now. Who is this? This doesn't really look like Godfrey. Oh no, it is, because he's got the shoulder piece.
It's been a long while, Morgo.
This is definitely Godfrey. I didn't realize his spirit companion was like quite literally a spirit. It's actually really reminiscent to...
Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned.
I ain't scared.
To be granted audience once more.
Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, has returned. Well, I guess he's the first Elden Lord of Queen Marika's Golden Order.
Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
He doesn't know about Placidusax, the Dragon Lord. Dude, you ain't getting me with that. You gotta stomp. Okay. Okay. That's fair. Also fair. Okay. Just downloading the moveset a little, you know? What is he doing? I wonder if that was a jump dodge opportunity. He is buffed. He is also buff. I was gonna say, after the onslaught that was Melania, this feels like nothing. What's your phase 2, bud? Your lion gonna help Sarash here? Yep.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Sarash.
Okay. Oh no. Not okay. You ever get so mad at a little dude that you murder your best friend, your pet? It seems kind of messed up. Those claws look like the new DLC claws. I hate how...
I've given thee courtesy enough.
I've heard people talk about how the cutscenes have been cutting a little bit ever since the DLC patch. And I definitely see case of that.
Now I fight as Horalu.
Wait, what?
Warrior!
He's both Horalu and Godfrey? I thought he was gonna follow up with a slam. Oh, okay, yes, I did get the thing in there. What the heck? His name has changed too. Okay. He is making me chug, I will fully admit, but it's because I don't really know his moveset. This man's dunking me like I'm a donut. Okay, GG.
Is warranted with strength.
I'm so confused. So Godfrey is Horaloo? You already know what I'm doing. I'm pulling out the champion pauldron here. I was gonna call it a cauldron. Following the example of their chieftain Horaloo, the brave warriors of the Badlands shun excess adornment. Nephililu is the daughter of Horaloo, so she actually is like of demigod blood as herself. Actually, that's not true. Not necessarily true. Because Marika is the god. So Horaloo might be, speaking of, or Nephililu might be born of Horaloo and someone from the Badlands. Shabriri is the first of the Frenzied Flame. Alright, some interesting lore implications for sure. So he might not even be holy type. Let's try Order's Blade. I don't know what to make of the fact that Horaloo is Godfrey. I would not have guessed that in a million years. Good jump dodge there. Okay, you can't jump dodge that one, it seems. Okay, very poor. It's hard to tell what's going on sometimes. Another one of my favorite mechanics. Lots of particle effects. All right, come on. He's so much more aggressive during this phase. The Dunkachino attack's pretty difficult to manage, I will admit. Okay, that's a full-on grab right there. Another dunk opportunity for him. Just get out. All right, there goes our souls. I don't really care, once again. This boss ain't nothing. It's just, it's totally different from the first phase, so it's, you have to learn 2 movesets, and the second moveset is so much more aggressive. It's fine, though. We definitely have a decent chance. I kind of want to switch up the weapons. Let's pull up the bleeds on him. Let's treat him with some bad manners. You know what I mean? Let's show him what I really think of Horalu. Because if you remember, if we're gonna really play into the lore of our character here, we started off as a champion of the Badlands, which means we already know Horalu. We've been new, and we're here to succeed him. I was hoping to get a stagger in, but I had a feeling that wasn't happening. It's interesting because his pet lion, Serosh, only has half a body. A very big head. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks very similar to Malekith. But Malekith is more like wolf-like, whereas Serosh here is more of a lion. I recognized doing that was probably a bad idea, but I did it anyway. Alright, I was hoping there was a chance I would get the heal in there. That's the grab. Man, he really does not give you any quarter. GG, I think I'm dead. No, I'm alive. With the smallest amount of HP possible. We are cornered. This is the big blast. Why did I think there was a third? Yeah, I know. They zoomed out the fight a little bit there. They zoomed me back in just a moment there. Remembrance of Horalu. When Godfrey, first Elden Lord, was robbed of his grace, becoming tarnished, he took with him his kinfolk and left the lands between. After the long march of Tarnished came to the end, Godfrey divested himself of kingship, becoming a simple warrior once more. So when he married Queen Marika, had some kids, but he was robbed of his grace. And then he left the lands between to go to the Badlands. And then he probably had a kid named Nephili Lu with a warrior of the Badland, or warrioress, I guess. A female warrior. I kind of wish I summoned Nephili Lu, but I feel like there's nothing really to be gained from that. Like, he knew about Morgott, right? I kind of want to go back. Let's go to Round Table. Let's see the lore on his weapons. That might be another remembrance that we clone with a mausoleum. Just because I feel like he's probably going to have some weapons or some items we want. Axe of Godfrey, colossal weapon with a regal roar. Let loose a mighty war cry, raising attack power while sending out a shockwave that cannot be guarded against by stomping the ground, while active strong attack becomes a lunging slash. Weapon of Godfrey, Elden Lord. It was broken in a battle fought as a leader of the Tarnished during the Long March. This weapon is symbolic of Godfrey's vow to conduct himself as a lord, later becoming an emblem of the golden lineage. In the days of the past, a crown was warranted with strength. So not so much these days, is that what it's saying? Is it implying Radagon wasn't necessarily known for his strength? Maybe his cunning? And then we have the Ash of War, Horalu's Earthshaker. Slam both hands into the ground to violently shake the earth and unleash a shockwave. Follow up with additional input to slam again. It is a strength weapon, but doesn't seem to scale very well. I probably do want both of these, so I'll just take that one for now. And keep that in mind. All right, let's go back. To the Elden throne and take our rightful seat. Although I have a feeling not quite yet, but soon enough, perhaps. Is this another gold fog wall? Or are we about to fight someone else? It's interesting because gold fog walls lead to bosses and then the silver fog walls lead to dungeons. Oh, this is, it said touch golden light. I was wondering if it was going to play like a trick of the camera there, but instead we got a whole cutscene. That is Merica, held up by the rune arc. Oh, she's quite decrepit now. She's been here for years, so she's kind of literally falling apart. And she's been like stabbed through her center. The rune arc is falling apart. I have heard people allude to like a boss rush at the end of the game. So I think we're in it. We're gonna fight Merica now? This design's really cool. I didn't expect her to be like so decrepit. Her hair turned red? Oh. So it really is the case. Queen Merica is Radagon? If so, I love her even more. That's amazing. She has the Elden Ring inside of her. Or sorry, he has the Elden Ring inside of him. Radagon of the Golden Order. Let's friggin' go. Oh, we got the music going? Oh, this feels amazing. I'm getting my ass kicked already and I love it. Alright, bro, let's go. The self-cest is real. What's up with that? Can we talk about that? Maybe not right now. I should have dodged that one. Do you bleed, Merica? Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm thinking about lore implications in the middle of this fight. I shouldn't be doing that. What's your phase 2, bud? Are you gonna turn into Merica? A little upset that I missed the second jump attack there. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're going down, bro. Oh, I love this music. This music is sick. It's the title screen music. You don't hear it in my Let's Play because I start in vivo, you know? Okay. Running low on Estus, it's fine though. I did clip his foot. Let's go. Alright, phase 2, what you got? This ain't it. Queen America. She coming out? Coming out to play? Warriors, come out to play. Getting consumed by darkness, she lost her Elden rune. What is this? Once again, the music is playing with my heartstrings. What is this? So there wasn't like a real confirmation that Marika is Radagon, but the fact that you see Marika and you know it's her because she has a female form, it's like she had breasts, okay? Like I was looking, okay? I'll admit, okay? Okay? And then Radagon comes out. This thing's a finger. This is just a finger right here. This is a child of Meter, mother of fingers, is my guess. We have no Estus. We are about to lose so fast. What's with the sword? What is this thing? I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks like a bunch of fingers. The Elden Beast. Okay, we have 4 Estus. Does this thing bleed? That's my question. It spews fire. Yo, we can pull out. We can pull out Torrent. Yo, that's some big damage right there. I don't know what it was, but it was some big damage. Let's chug. This isn't good. This is almost certainly not good. Okay. This is the same stuff that, it's a golden version of Estelle's spells. Yo, you see those dodges? Pristine. I ain't scared of this thing. Yeah, you better run away. Let's grow. Let's go. I feel like I might have made it bleed out of Radagon, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but I mean, if it's bleed status was the same as Radagon's. Like, I didn't make Radagon bleed, but I made this thing bleed immediately, if that makes sense. Okay, we're pulling out the horse. Okay, we're pulling out the juice. I lied. Yep, I had a feeling. Okay. We were close. We could have one-shot that easy. We were almost there. Okay, I'm feeling good about this fight. I just don't really know if this thing bleeds or not. You know what? Because we don't know if it bleeds or not, we're swapping back. We're swapping back to my amazing weapon set here, which is killing bosses dead real quick like. I'm of so little concern for this fight. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't even need the heals. We're gonna flame grant me strength this Summaby. And then let's just put on one of these. I know we're wasting the flame grant me strength thing, but it's fine. All right, let's go, bro. Bend the knee. You ain't gonna hit me with that. Okay, you can hit me with that one, I guess, but not in your next one. Okay, that one maybe. Let's just double chug. Play it safe. Yeah, bend the knee. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not. You're not doing it. He has more of like a fully formed figure. Like Queen Marika in the cutscene was like very lithe. She was pretty skinny even though she was falling apart, whereas Radagon has more a muscle definition, let's say. All right, bro. What if, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Queen Marika, the female form. Radagon, her male form. The Elden Beast, this is her non-binary form. This is what I look like when I'm feeling non-binary mode, that's for sure. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. You know, I should really pull out the horse, but something within me really wants to do this fight without the horse. I don't know why. Okay, too early on the dodge there. The Elden Beast is made of stuff of the cosmos, that's for sure. I really like this design, not that I really know what I'm looking at. Good dodge. Once again. I staggered it. GG. This is over. What it do? Is there phase 3? I'm gonna say no. Elden Remembrance. We got 500,000 runes out of that. What's next? Is this really just the end of the game? I guess it could be. You know, if I thought that was my runes and I was scared for a second. If I did not lose my runes to Horaloo, I would have leveled up, but oh well. This is the ending. Well, surely we take the ending, right? It's a little upsetting that they want me to end the game and I still don't know what's on top of this dang mountain of Liurnia. And I don't even know where to start. As much as I want to burn the world to the ground, I want to see what's going on with Ronnie. The remembrance of the Elden Beast. It was the vassal beast of the greater will and living incarnation of the concept of order. My concern is if I use Miquella's needle, I'm never going to be able to get the Frenzy Flame ending. Marika's hammer and the sacred relic sword. Stone hammer made in the lands of the Newman, outside the lands between. The tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring, and Radagon attempted to repair it. The hammer partially broke upon shattering the ring, becoming splintered with rune fragments. It's got a gold breaker. Leap up high and while suspended in midair, imbue the rune shard with light before smashing it down hard in the ground. The heroic Radagon's signature attack. And we got the Sacred Relic Sword, wrought from the remains of a god who should have lived a life eternal. Thoughts on what this weapon portends are many and varied. Some consider it the mark of great sin or a sign of great devastation. Some think it is the end of an age, while others the beginning. A wave of gold skill imbued the sword with bygone golden glory, then fire at foes. A wide golden wave fans out forward, sweeping through all the enemies caught on its path. See, this is concerning because, well, it's not really concerning, but what I'm about to say is, if Radagon is America, like, is that the only lore behind it? Like, the fact that you go to America and then you fight Radagon and America's nowhere to be found? And then after you smash her dead, smash the Elden beast, you find her corpse? I had a feeling there was going to be no, like, real lore that would spell it out for me, you know? So that's why I'm a little unsure about this theory of the self-cessed, but at the same time, it's basically spelled out in Melania's remembrance, which we don't have anymore. Melania is daughter to Queen Marica and Radagon, and that's why her and her twin brother Miquella were cursed. Miquella was cursed with nascency, being a permanent child, and she was cursed with rot. Well, since I'm screwing up everything, you know, I screwed up the path to becoming the Elden Lord. Instead, I'm becoming the Lord of Frenzied Flame. What if we screw up being the Lord of Frenzied Flame? I forgot we have to use it as a certain spot. So, why not? Why not go to Dragon Lord Placidusax, the first of the Elden Lords, the true first Elden Lord? And let's use this dang needle. I still have the scars on my body. Is Marika or Melina gonna be my friend again? Fractured Marika. That sort of, you know, leads to the theory that she is of two wholes. Two halves to make a whole. Well, this is a different prompt than Lord of Frenzied Flame. I guess we're gonna take it. Well, we're definitely not gonna mend the Elden Ring. We went so far. I've theorized about Godwyn, the Death Prince, for so long. We definitely have to select this option. I don't even know what's gonna happen now because we have no context, because everybody left us once we became the Lord of Frenzied Flame. This is probably just gonna give me an ending. Man. Let's go talk to my council. Hey, do you know anything about what Ronnie's doing? Yeah, yeah. 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 Okay, well, we still have this item. A doll resembling Ronnie the Witch. And I don't know what to do with that. What if we take her back to her chamber? I like how she has like a little booster seat. What if we go to Estelle's arena now? I have a feeling nothing's gonna be here. I feel like I might have ruined 2 endings for myself. There's almost certainly gonna be nothing here. Cannot proceed without a ring of oath. Where else would Ronnie be found? Definitely not at the bedchamber, but last time we talked to Melina was here. I don't really want to Google it, but at the same time, I might come down to that. Ronnie? Ronnie? Trying to think of where else we could go to give us any sort of information. And I'm stumped. I am very much stumped. Okay, you know what? I am gonna Google it. I'm gonna do my own research on my own time. I'm not gonna end the video here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the DLC and we're gonna go do some other things that I've not done. The most important being the Cathedral of Manus Meter, because after we did the Meter Mother of Fingers fights, we didn't talk to the nerds here, and it feels like we are missing something important. We can actually attack out here now, whereas prior we would not be able to attack in this area.
What have you done? You've wounded Count Emir most irreparably, such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concerns.
Listen, you never had a chance.
My dear star, a fine mother, you will be.
Who is she referring?
Grant me a mother's strength. Look here at my fingers. I will be the true mother.
Oh.
And I will be the only mother.
Oh.
My dear children.
Oh. You know, I knew for a fact. Oh, this is bad. I knew for a fact we weren't done here. I was not expecting him to become the mother.
Forgive me, Yuri. Truly, I desired to be your mother.
Hey, we're playing with gender roles here. That's cool with me. Ymir's bell-bearing, maternal staff, high priest, hat and robe. Okay, so just a typical bell-bearing. The staff of Count Ymir, who made himself a mother of fingers. carried for want of tail fingers of his own. You may recall Meter had some tail fingers and had an orb that it would summon during phase 2. The crystal ball, though representative of a microcosm, would not receive any sign. The hat of Count Ymir, High Priest, the circular design at the top represents the greater will and its lightless abyss, imparting increased intelligence and arcane to the wearer. Though Count Ymir instructed R'hllana in the sorcerous arts, he abandoned his allegiance to the moon. It was merely the closest of the celestial bodies, nothing more. So it was the easiest to learn spells from. So that's why moon spells are pretty prevalent in the world. But theoretically there are sorceries of the other celestial bodies. Robe of Count Ymir conceals the abundance of squirming beneath. There were a bunch of fingers that he revealed to us. He kind of flashed us, I'm not gonna lie. Gold embroidery decorates the purple cloth with a jeweled ruff that sparkles like a flower with wet dew. And then his gloves and undergarments are soft and well tailored. Let's reload the area, I guess. I had a feeling we'd fight them, but I wasn't sure in what context. And Yolan is back. Although I don't know if we ever figured out who Yuri is.
Count Ymir, the stars, the sky. I see them not.
Right, we haven't used those items in a very long time. Are they consumables? They are. Okay, so we have 2 Iris of Occultation. We gave the Iris of Grace to the nerd with the fire spells to grant them the light of grace as a fleeing blessing. Or you can deny them light in all forms. This artifice was employed by the priests of the Erdtree to intensify the fears of the flock to a magnificent effect. And this one was to quell the fears of the flock. Well, we have 2 of the dark ones.
I need the stars. Give me light.
He's searching for light. But I don't know if that's the light of grace. Whatever, we have 2 of these, so I'm gonna give her 1. That's my main reasoning there.
No light. Anywhere at all.
Yeah.
This is the night I know. Our night.
Even as she's dying, I didn't give her a sense of grace. The Sword of Night. A sword of an all-consuming bottomless black that devours even the light that shines upon it, wielded by Yolan. Sword Hand of Night. The blade of the sword is only semi-corporeal and thus cannot be guarded against completely. Unique skill, Witching Hour Slash. Hold the sword level, infuse it with the dark of night before unleashing a series of incorporeal attacks. This weapon cannot be blocked. What type of weapon is that? It is just a standard katana, as opposed to a great katana. Let's reset one more time. Her corpse is still here, but she has nothing more to say. I remember there's a weird message over here. Ah, yes. This grave in particular. Yuri, beloved child, taken before his time. So Yuri's long dead. Cherishing Fingers. That's the spell Ymir was using in the fight. A finger sorcery, Count Ymir, aspiring mother of fingers, surrounds the caster with a mesh of hefty fingers that wards away all manner of projectiles, whether magical or physical in nature, away from the caster. The dear fingers look after their mother, or perhaps it is merely what the mother wishes to believe. Okay. I think that means we're done here. So another random thing that I thought of is, well, it's not that I thought of, but something that I've been keeping in mind is this little shrine over here. I think the fastest way to get over there is through this site of grace. I'm a little unsure. Well, okay, I was gonna say what we're gonna do if we choose an ending. Because I still want to fight the final boss of the DLC, of course. And it feels like we probably should do that before we choose an ending. But I think at this point, I've already cheated a little. I think it's time to blow the doors open and start cheating a lot. And by that I mean, I think I'm gonna look up what those endings do. And maybe see if we can choose Ronnie's ending instead. Now, I've mentioned this dang weapon that we've had for quite a while. The Stone Sheath Sword, a sword that none can pull from its scabbard of cracked stone. Relic of a lost civilization from a long time past, said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. So to me, this is an altar of light, right? So let's see what happens. Now we have a sword of light. It's sword of light. Pulled from its stone scabbard at an altar, from the quick of the root, unswerving rays of light intersect and reflect to give the silver blade form. It's got a light skill, unleashes the light carved in the armament's blade, send the sword aloft to let loose a blinding light whose many rays sweep through the whole surrounding area, also temporarily boosts one's holy attacks. It is a holy straight sword. Now, that solves the mystery of this one, but there was also a second one in the ruins of Unte here, so let's go there quickly. You may remember this is where obviously the furnace golems were. There were two of them here. Those have since been long taken out. But you probably don't recall, and I definitely didn't because I looked this up a long time ago. There's an altar over here, the Altar of Dark. Or Altar of Darkness, perhaps. Raise the Sword of Light to the dark, and now we have the Sword of Darkness. The Sword of Darkness, pulled from its stone scabbard and an altar from the quick of the root, wandering coils of darkness coalesce and release their eddies and vortices, giving form to the dark blade. Deals holy damage, temporarily reduces holy damage negation. I'm kind of curious. Dang. I guess we should have looked at the other spell. So my understanding is if you find this sword in the catacombs that we did, then the other two altars change to be a light and dark altar. If you find the sword at one of the other altars, like I think you can find it here or at the other spot, then you can go to the catacombs or, you know, the other one. It's a bit weird, which is why I did not solve that mystery at all. So the only other markers on the map are these mausoleums, but also we have the markers of the Abyssal Woods. I don't want to come back here, but I figure we have a bit more time in this episode, so let's try it. Does this have a parry? No, it doesn't. So what we want is the ability to parry. So let's get like a buckler or something. We need something with a good parry. Buckler parry. This is faster than a regular parry. That's perfect. And I don't have a lot of faith about what's about to happen. Let's pull out our best weapon. We're gonna need it. I don't know if we actually will need it, but it'll make me feel a little better. Swap this out for the buckler. Okay. Apparently, you can parry these guys, is what I was told. I don't know if this is going to happen. I've obviously not tried to make it happen until this point. I'm pretty worried. In fact, we have a milli. We finally have our 1 million souls. So I guess I'll level up for the first time. As much as I want to stay at the meme number of 169. We'll just level this up. It doesn't matter. It truly does not matter. Now, normally this is where I say, I ain't scared. But yeah, I'm scared. Yo, I survived. Let's top ourselves off. Did they lie to me? And they being the internet? They didn't. We get a swollen grate. Material used for crafting items. So it's not even really... I mean, it is exceedingly rare to find if it means you have to kill these fools to make it happen. Let's reload the area. I want to see if they're going to come back. Because if they come back, then there's no point in doing this. I'm just curious. They don't. This is a bit of a weird way to end the episode, but what if we just go kill the others? I guess. Maybe. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Although it is kind of funny that we can actually resist its one-shot. I thought it would one-shot us no matter what, but apparently not. Alright, this is where I say, I ain't scared. I do wish I could pull out the horse. Although I haven't used the horse in quite a while in the first place, so... whatever. Oh, there's two here. Why'd I think there was only the one? I guess because my marker. That's frightening. I might be dead, actually. Nope. It was too early on that one. I wonder if the buckler's actually making it harder to do this, because it probably changes the active frames of the parry. Because it's faster, you know? Oh, there's an item up there. What the heck? Oh, that's bad. Surely that item is not worth the effort. Alright, well, GG, I think. We got one more attempt. Yep. Okay, well, this isn't the most engaging of things to be doing, so I think I'm gonna do this off camera. It is getting rather late. I'm also gonna find out what that item is. I have to imagine it's probably just another crafting material. Where's the hovel? I don't really want to be here any longer, so I'm gonna call this an episode. It's been a bit of a mess, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one, where we will figure out what we're doing with our ending, and we will probably go fight the final boss of the DLC is the plan. So thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, folks.